Hello and welcome to Mountain Mover. My name is Landis, and on the last episode, I had MLB pitcher Joe Musgrove on here, and we talked about our recent trip to Antarctica that we went on, and talked about how the Drake's Passage on the way there was super, super rough for us, and made it kind of a tough couple days down there. And that goes along with God's perfect plan can have a bumpy road. It's gonna seem like it's not going great all the time, but in his vision, in the end, it's going to be perfect. And that really rang true for us in this trip because it was a rough couple days, but it almost made us enjoy the reward of getting through the 2 days of rough seas and get to see a place as beautiful as Antarctica. And it's one of those things you have to find the blessings in those bumps. We found we had lots of fun on the way there. It was rough. We got sick some, but we played games, just spent quality time with each other, and we really had a good time just hanging out on the boat and just getting to relax and prepare ourselves for the wonderful scenery of Antarctica. Um, and we talked a little bit about also how Joe the last couple of years has been a mentor for me and how he's been there not only as a mentor but also as a friend, and he's helped me out the last couple of years just getting through playing baseball at the varsity level. Obviously, him playing in the major leagues, he has a little bit of experience there. But I've been super grateful and thankful that I've had the opportunity to fill those shoes of mentoring someone, and not only being a mentor but also being a friend to our guest today, Chase Merriweather. He was on a trip with his family to Disney World, and he got a life-threatening flu virus that sent him into septic shock. And this was in 2013, and it caused him to eventually end up losing his hands and feet. And one of those things that you don't see someone else that's missing all four limbs just every day. So, being able to not only learn from me, but then he also teaches me some things along the way. We get to learn from each other. But he's played sports. He hasn't let that stop him. He's played soccer, track and field, baseball, sled hockey, football, swimming, done all kinds of stuff. He's been participating in adaptive track since 2015. Uh, he has been a member of the Navigators. He's broken the 400-meter record in his age and classification, and he's working closely with his coaches towards creating a classification for throwing discus and shot put. So let's go ahead and bring him on. Chase, man, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing amazing, Landis. Thanks for having me.
That's good. Thanks for joining. So I want to go ahead and start off. First thing to talk about is you recently had an Alive Day, so I just want to say congratulations. And then we talk a little bit about the importance and what it means to you to have an Alive Day.
Well, first, thank you, Landis. And the importance is it to recap when I survived septic shock for when back in 2013 I got amputated.
Nice. It's definitely super special for all amputees that have an Alive Day. Me, I was born missing, so I don't have an Alive Day, but I know it's super special for those that do, and it's fun to be able to hear the stories and get to learn from what people have went through to get to where they're at and see where they're at now. Um, so now let's talk about your track and field accomplishments. Tell me a little bit about what you do and what all you've accomplished.
Um, so 400, I barely beat that record by like 5 seconds or something. I can't remember, but um, all the other races I did really good in. Shot put and discus, I me and my coaches are trying very hard to make a classification for both of those things. So I won't be the only one just doing it. It'll be me and more people without
Awesome.
hands and legs.
Yeah, that's great. Hopefully, you can keep working towards that and get that accomplished. But not only do you run track, throw discus, and shot, you also play football. Tell me some about your football career and how that's going.
So I'm taking a break this year, but last year, first ever year winning the championship. And then I was initially supposed to be a kicker because my mom and dad were like, no, Chase, you're gonna get hurt. You're offense or defense. And then all of a sudden my coach came to my dad asking, yo, can we throw Chase out there for defense? And my mom was so mad that I was on defense, but I still got my first ever tackle. And yeah.
Nice. Well, congratulations not only on the first ever tackle, but also winning a championship. That's pretty big. Can you talk a little bit about, because obviously you're not playing football with other amputees, you're playing with able-bodied people. Talk a little bit about some of the challenges there and having to overcome some things there.
A little bit of the challenges is, like I said, I'm on defense, and some of the challenges are they can throw right over my head because I can't like reach up there and just catch it. So I gotta modify that to get that ball away from them. And then other things are I gotta like move quickly because I got weight on my legs. I gotta move quickly. And
Nice.
then my legs fall off. It's a
You know what? I understand that. That definitely happens. Um, it's not just you. Don't worry. Let's also talk about your sled hockey career. Been started off playing sled hockey recently. Talk about how you got into that and why you enjoy playing it now.
um um I I like playing sled hockey because I used to watch hockey like all the time. So I wanted to do it one day. And then I learned about sled hockey and it gave me the time of my life to play a sport that I love to watch. And sadly I did not get any goals, but I was close. I was close to getting one.
Nice. Hey, well, you know what? You're still pretty early in the sled hockey career, so I'm sure those goals are definitely going to come. Let's also talk about baseball. When I first met you, you were playing baseball. Um, you told me recently that you might go back to it, and we went to Yankee Stadium this summer, and you got to hit on the field, and we had a lot of fun while we were there. But I'm the same way with basketball. I gave that up because I just didn't have that same love for it that I did for baseball. And obviously, you have a different kind of love for your track and field and football and sled hockey. Um, but you're at that point where you're just trying everything. You're just having fun with everything. And I love to be able to be by your side while you're learning all these new sports and getting to really learn who you are and what you really want to do. But talk a little bit about playing baseball when you were younger.
Playing baseball when I was younger, I had a big, big brain at that. I was like, I just want to get a double, triple. I don't want a single or anything. I want to hit a ball to the moon. So then we took this video of me saying, I'm gonna hit this ball to the moon after getting one strike, and then it goes like 2 feet away from me. And I'm like running and I act like I'm supposed to I was gonna steal, but I wasn't allowed to.
Nice. Definitely understand that. Sometimes when you're younger, you just want to steal, but you can't.
Yeah.
It's kind of silly. Um, I felt that whenever I was younger. I always wanted to steal, wanted to lead off, but had to wait until I was a little bit older. So I guess next, let's talk about CAF and how you got with CAF and how you started working with them.
So I don't really know the whole story behind it, but all I've heard is that my dad had a friend that introduced us to CAF, and then ever since then, also I was 4. Ever since then, I was um I was having fun, and then I decided I want to go to more of these, and it was just more fun and fun and fun. And then that's until I wanted to introduce people to CAF and show how fun this is.
Yeah, definitely. I remember meeting you in New York at the Heroes Heart and Hope Gala. Um, I'm not sure where they were doing it at, but it was still in the city.
Mhm.
You were just a wee little tot, just a little guy. Um, but getting to know you and your family then was super cool, and we've grown that friendship since then. Um, I know your family a little bit better now. You know my family better now. We've gotten to spend some time over the years at CAF events all over the country together, and
Yeah.
it's been a lot of fun. And along with just getting to hang out, I've also kind of been there for you along the road. But just tell me what mentorship in general means to you.
Mentors. I think that means like helping more people, showing them their ways, and then like showing them how to do it, and then after a few times, just let them go, and then they can do their own things,
Definitely.
like
Are
you did.
you yeah, would you say that you're starting to have some younger kids now that you're getting a little bit older in the CAF community? You say
Yeah,
there's some younger kids starting to look up to you?
yeah. I
Awesome, awesome.
think there are a little bit, not a lot, but
A little bit,
yeah.
just a couple of them. As you get older, they're definitely going to start coming. I mean, you're pretty cool. I mean, you know. Um, Another thing though, you're a big Phillies fan,
Yeah,
and your Phillies made a little run to the playoffs this year.
yeah.
So, what was that like being a Phillies fan, getting to watch your team go crazy like that?
I honestly did not think it was gonna happen. I thought there was like a slim chance of that happening. But then as soon as we got there, I was like, please play the Yankees so we don't have to play those Astros. And and then like as we're there, we're like, take them down. I want them. I want the World Series championship to come to us. And then we lost. Now I was devastated, but I was happy that we made it to the playoffs and up to the World Series.
Yeah, y'all started off the season pretty rough last year, so making the playoffs was a pretty big plus.
Hmm.
But then somehow pulled it off to get to the World Series. Were you saying you don't think the Yankees could have beat them? Is that what you were trying to tell me?
Yeah. well,
Oh, come on now.
well, I feel like we would have had a better chance at beating them than the Astros. Also, now I think we can do it now since we got Trey Turner. I think we can do it.
It's a big signing. That's huge.
Mhm.
Um, so you think my Yankees could beat your Phillies now, or is this still you still don't think so?
No.
You don't think so? 7 game series. How many games are the Yankees winning out of that?
Uh, two.
Only 2? I
Yeah.
mean, I'll take that. I'll take that. It's better than getting a sweep. um, so let's go back. Let's talk a little bit about CAF. What are some of the sports that CAF has introduced to you?
Um, Swimming and track. That's and a few others. I just can't remember them. But swimming and track because they show me how other kids do it with disabilities, and I thought it was like really cool, and I wanted to try it out. So that's how I got into swimming and track.
Awesome. We talked about your track, so let's talk about swimming. How long you been swimming for? What have you accomplished so far? What are some of your goals?
Oh gosh. So swimming, I'm only good at one stroke, and that's breaststroke. Probably one of the hardest ones people say, but I'm really good at it. And some things I would like to accomplish is try to finish a race like a full like lap of a pool
Okay, okay, that's
in
that's
under
always a good
4 minutes.
goal.
In under 4 minutes.
Under 4 minutes. Nice, nice. Do you have any plans? I know CAF does a lot of triathlons and Ironman and stuff like that. Do you have any plans to maybe try triathlon one day?
Yeah, I would like to try triathlon. Uh, yeah.
Nice. You ever thought about doing an Ironman, or you might stay away from that? That's pretty crazy.
Um, I'm I don't really. I kind of want to, but I kind of don't at the same time.
Yeah, they're pretty incredible. The people that do them, even that are able-bodied, they're wild. have been lucky enough to get to spend some time and get to know somebody that's completed the Ironman. That's Roderick, Roderick
Yeah.
Sewell. We've gotten a chance to get to know him pretty well. He went on my trip to Antarctica with me. Talk a little bit about Roderick. Tell me a little bit about your relationship with him and what you've learned from him.
Uh, a relationship with Roderick. Um, he's a really cool guy. He's fun to hang out with. He's a good swimming coach, and he's just like really fun to hang out with, swim, and all this stuff.
That's good. He is a pretty cool guy. I would have to agree. Um, so you said that CAF has introduced you to a bunch of sports, like track and field and swimming and some more. Another thing that CAF is big and what they do and what they're known for is giving grants. So what kind of grants has CAF given you over the years that have been most impactful for you?
Um, uh, grant for my like equipment for my like running legs and stuff, and sometimes travel grants. So I can
Nice,
like
nice.
so I can head like to junior nationals and stuff.
Awesome. Yeah, CAF has been there uh, for me as well with grants for equipment and then training stuff and travel grants, stuff like that. But yeah, they're pretty incredible. And without them, Chase, I wouldn't know you. You wouldn't know me. We wouldn't be best friends. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know what we would do without them.
yeah. I don't know what we would do without a grant, legs, or anything. We'd be crawling around on our knees.
Definitely would be doing that. Um, so we got to spend a day at Yankee Stadium on the field, just us with some of the players. Um, Talk to me about that. Was that like the coolest thing ever, or since you're a Phillies fan, that wasn't anything special?
It was really cool, but it would have been like real like the best day if for some reason Aaron Judge just walked in. But it was really cool to hang out with a lot of the players, an all-star, and the all-star catcher.
Jose Trevino, yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. So you got to hit on the field too. So is
Yeah.
that the first time you got to hit on an MLB field?
Wait. Yeah.
It was. Talk to me about that. What was it like getting to hit where getting to stand in the same batter's box? You said Aaron Judge stands in
it
and
was
get
like
it hacks from there.
it was like super cool to stand in that batter's box in a very tiny field and just get some hits in.
Say a very tiny field.
Yeah. It felt like really small. Like it felt like super small.
Yeah, I could see that. It's definitely not a super big field. It is one of the smaller MLB fields, but it is what it is. But also you got to run the bases. You got to give them your home run trot.
Yeah.
How many people can say that they've been at Yankee Stadium and ran the bases? So talk to me about how that was and your experience just getting to touch all four bases and have some fun with it.
That was like really fun because like nobody really gets to casually like, okay, I'm just gonna run these bases real quick, like the major league bases. Only like the professionals do it, but not many like non-professionals do it.
Yeah. Did you do anything special on your run? Do you do anything that, show off, like I'm Chase Man and I'm cooler than everybody, or give one of those?
Um, Not really, but if I would, it would have been really weird, probably.
What would have been your go-to move if you're rounding third? Tatis has his skip. Some guys, just like they do special things for the third base coach. What would have been your go-to there if you were to do something?
Um, oh gosh, I would do the gritty.
Oh, you would have gritted.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. I wish you would have done that. I would have loved to see you gritty around third and all the way to home. But then the next day, we got to go to the game. I threw out the first pitch.
Yeah.
We got to just hang out, watch the game together.
Yeah.
Uh, so talk to me about your experience at Yankee Stadium, how the food was, any snacks you had, just getting to watch the game.
The snacks were good. I'm not, I just gave myself a reminder to never eat any hot dog ballpark. I don't want to eat any hot dogs from ballparks anymore because they're bad. Like all of them are bad.
Oh, not a ballpark hot dog kind of guy?
Nah.
Man, that's that's disappointing. I'm a big ballpark hot dog kind of guy. Gotta have one. It's a tradition.
Uh,
But then after New York, about a month or so later, I came to your hometown, came to Philly. We went, hung out with
mhm,
the Phillies for a day. I threw out the first pitch. You got to come down on the field with me. Uh,
mhm.
and earlier that day, we went and hung out at the coach's clinic. Got to hit a little bit into the nets on the side of the field, play
Yeah.
a little bit, just hang out. Talk to me about getting to be on the same field as your favorite team.
It was really cool because like I'm on the field of my favorite team that I root for all the time. And just that feeling, it's just amazing. And then there was one part I regret not doing where we saw a little figure running around the field, and his name was Bryce Harper. I I I regret not saying his name. But like we saw him running around. I was mad that I didn't say his name.
Matt, you didn't yell for him.
Yeah.
I'm sure he wanted a picture with you. Probably wanted your autograph. Yeah, that was definitely cool to get to see Harper out there putting in some work.
Yeah.
And that's another thing that I've learned over the years of doing stuff with MLB players and doing stuff with teams is seeing the amount of work that those guys put in every day is incredible. Um, you've been to two fields with me. I don't know if you've been to any others, but have you learned anything like that from the players that you've gotten to meet?
I've learned that they work really hard, and all that hard work builds up to their actual game, and then they can show what they've been working on really hard or in front of their fans.
Definitely. And does that translate to your everyday life? Working hard to get to whatever goals you have, running or swimming a full lap in 4 minutes. Does that mindset that you see that they have does that translate to your everyday life?
Yeah, it really does because now in swimming, I'm finally competing, and I got a meet coming up in February, I think, and just all the work I've been putting into, I just want to show everybody. And track, I'm trying to chase down a record. I'm working so hard to do that, and I just want to show everybody that I can beat that record.
That's great. What kind of work are you putting in every day to train for this kind of stuff?
I have it. I so on Friday do s- I do swim things. I like go to my YMCA and practice swimming, and then every Monday I have a workout in Delaware. So it helped me build my muscles and in my legs and all the other parts of my body.
Awesome. Yeah, that's definitely pretty big is having places you can go to train. Do you have like a training coach whenever you said you go work out to build that muscle? Do you have somebody that's working with you, or is it just you going and putting in that work?
Well, it's like in a whole group of people, so everybody's there trying to trying to work out and all that stuff. So we're in a group and we all do the same thing a little bit different. And yeah,
Nice, awesome, Chase, man. Well, thank you so much for joining the show. I really appreciated you coming on here and talking to me for a little bit.
you're welcome.
I'll see you soon, and good luck with everything in the future that's coming to you with your track and your swimming career. It's amazing getting to see what you've done the last couple of years and you growing into the young man you're becoming.
Thanks, Landis.
Yeah, thank you, Chase, man.
You're welcome.
So one thing I want to talk about is my high school, our varsity coach. He brought something to the team this year. A saying. It's win, but win doesn't just mean win, like win the game. It stands for what is next. And that's one thing that I've kind of translated to my own life. I don't play basketball anymore, but getting to kind of use that in everyday life has been pretty big for me. I'm not sitting there, thinking, what, right now, this workout's tough. This, hitting lesson's tough. I'm not doing great right now. It doesn't allow me, this mindset doesn't allow me to get stuck on these hard times and what I'm struggling with. If I miss a ground ball, it's, what's next? Get the next one. The next, that's in the past. What is next? What's coming next? Just got to win. And that translates to winning. So that's where it really does go together. So that's a pretty big mindset thing for me that I've learned this year. So, I challenge anybody that's watching this to, have that mindset and have that what is next mentality of, this bad thing happened. It's in the past now, whether that's, somebody playing sports or you're, in your 9 to 5 office job doing whatever, you have something wrong that goes on. Just what is next? But yeah, that's about all we have. I'm Landis Sims, and I want to thank you for watching Mountain Mover.